Sonic X Shadow Generations is the brand new title of the Sonic franchise, featuring a remastered version of Sonic Generations and a brand new campaign starring Shadow the Hedgehog called Shadow Generations. This portion of the game aims to put Shadow back in the limelight as we delve into his psyche and confront the ghosts of his past once more in order to look to the future. One of the most important characters when it comes to Shadow and his very being and identity is the villain known as Black Doom. And I'm seeing quite a few people confused as to exactly who or what he is. So today I thought I'd dive into this character and his history and give some analysis on him, because this is like technically the first time that he's appeared in nearly 20 years. So let's go! This is Shadow the Hedgehog. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts, and stay tuned until the end, or else. What?
Shadow, you seem troubled.
You! Black Doom is the main antagonist of the Shadow the Hedgehog video game. He is the leader of the mysterious Black Arms alien race, or as Shadow likes to call them,
disgusting black creatures.
And they operate from the Black Comet that appears once every 50 years. Not much is known about their exact origin. I will be discussing plot points of the Shadow the Hedgehog game, so if you want to know that story in more detail, you can check out the video that I did on it. During the events of Shadow the Hedgehog, the aliens invade Earth, calling an all-out war between various factions, including the Black Arms, the GUN military, the Eggman Empire, and Sonic and his friends. At first it seems like Doom's intention is to just destroy the planet and destroy the human race, but later it's revealed to be a lot more sinister. Throughout the duration of the game, Black Doom will constantly try to manipulate Shadow into committing acts of evil, assisting him in crippling the human race and their defenses. He constantly references the promised time where Shadow was apparently part of a deal where he had to deliver the 7 Chaos Emeralds to Doom. So Shadow, clueless and hopeless at the time, figures, hey, this guy knows me, maybe if I do what he says, he'll help me. So he often preys on Shadow's naivety and desperation for the truth, and keeps him on a leash by sprinkling little details here and there. Also, taking advantage of the uneasy relationship that Shadow has with the human race by creating flashbacks and illusions of the past, depicting them haunting Shadow and Maria Robotnik down, and he tries to get Shadow to hold on to this hatred that he has for the human race and use that hatred against them so that he can help Doom fulfill his plan. If you follow him during the events of the game, because it is a choice-based and branching story path, he'll assign missions to you like destroying military soldiers, awakening ancient ruins, hacking into cyberspace, bombing cities, and even assassinating the president, among other things. These missions are done under the watchful eye of Doom, Doom's eye. So what does Black Doom have to do with Shadow? Why this fixation on him specifically? Well, 50 years ago, prior to the events of Shadow the Hedgehog, Professor Gerald Robotnik was in development of the ultimate life form in hopes of developing a cure to his granddaughter Maria's then uncurable disease. He was running out of time though, and in an act of desperation, he made contact with the Black Comet and reached out to Black Doom and struck a deal with him. Doom would help him finish creating Shadow, and in return, Shadow would deliver him the 7 Chaos Emeralds. So Shadow was created from Black Doom's DNA, meaning that Shadow himself is a part of the Black Arms, and Black Doom is essentially his biological father. Stunning, right? And Doom's plan for the Chaos Emeralds was to use them to perform a super mega charged chaos control to warp the comet down to Earth, where the entire alien army would take over the planet and enslave the human race and essentially use them as livestock. He never wanted to destroy the planet, he just wanted to weaken humanity to the point of no resistance. But of course, he is stopped by Shadow as Super Shadow defeats Devil Doom and destroys the entire Black Comet, putting an end to his past, putting his past behind him for good. Or so we thought. So Black Doom hasn't been seen until now in Sonic X Shadow Generations. If you want to check out my full breakdown of the Shadow the Hedgehog game again and its story, there will be a card in the top right corner of the screen and a link will be in the pinned comment and description. So, how powerful was Black Doom? I mean, we don't know how much of Shadow's power was inherited by him, but he seemed pretty powerful to me. He was the type of guy who didn't like to get his hands dirty though. He had very narcissistic traits and a superiority complex. He let his soldiers do all the work and he thought that he was above everyone else, but when he needs to step in, he will show off his power. He even showed that he can do the chaos control, which is Shadow's main technique, which warps space and time itself, and you can use this to teleport and slow down time itself. He's shown that he can launch energy projectiles and meteorites, he can create illusions and dimensions, and he can use telepathy. He is pure evil and insanely arrogant, to the point where he constantly underestimates his enemies, thinking that he is above even the power of the Chaos Emeralds themselves, which ultimately leads to his downfall. A very important character in the Sonic franchise, especially to Shadow the Hedgehog. I never expected Black Doom to make his return, but I'm very interested in seeing what they do with him from here this time around. I personally hope that they don't hold back and they don't tone him down for the younger players. He is kind of scary and menacing, but I hope that doesn't dishearten them from telling a really good story with this character again. But I'm also hoping that things aren't as edgy as the Shadow the Hedgehog game. So Shadow is part alien, but did you know that people think that he is also a robot? Click this next video on the screen right now to find out the truth about that, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care everyone.